Hello everyone, it's the Caffeinated Gamer, and I am not on caffeine. Welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we finished off Talon Overworld and pretty much picked it clean. There is nothing left for us to do in Talon Overworld. In this episode, I'm going to be doing the same to Chozo Ruins and probably Magmoor Caverns as well. And I'm pretty much just stalling while I wait for this beetle to attack me, but let's take care of the beetle. Now, we're actually going to start in here in Main Plaza. We have 2 missile expansions to get here, and we're going to get the first one right now. You may notice that this tree is weakened due to cellular decomposition. So what do? Not use the Ice Beam, use the Super Missile. And that's going to open something up. A missile expansion, so now we need to believe grapple over there. Let's jump up here. Head this way. Fight some more wasps. This thing got stuck. There we go. And here we go. We just space jump across, and we already have a missile expansion, so with that, I'm going to cut to Sun Chamber, and I'm going to get a missing scan. Not Sun Chamber, Tower of Light. So, see you in a bit. Alright, here we go. Back in Tower of Lights, where we got the Wave Buster, and it turns out these puffers are a separate scan than the puffers in Magmoor Caverns. Morphology: plated puffer, mutated puffer with reinforced epidermis. Phase on exposure has created a mutant strain on puffers on Talon 4. They have developed plated skin, making them harder to burst. Concussive weapons can still do the job, however. The gas within the plated puffer is just as deadly as that within their cousins. And that's our only business here, so I'll see you back in another region of Chozo Ruins. Alright, so, finally, after, what, 3 times of me trying to finally explore this room, we can finally explore this room and the few rooms beyond. It took us getting the grapple beam, which, of course, as you know, you have to go all the way to Phase on Mine, so this is a pretty late game area, surprisingly. But, let's see. We have an obvious expansion here, so what do we need to do? Bendezium. Power Bomb, it's pretty easy. Let's break down the door. And we have a Power Bomb expansion. And the last Chozo lore in the game. Chozo script translated. The power of our temple and the 12 artifacts has sealed an evil in the depths of this planet. However, the future is cloudy to us, a world of veils where dark apparitions flit in the shadows. Within this strange world, one image stands out in the mist, flickering through the landscape wraith-like. It is a human, a lone figure shining in the toxic shadows. We Chozo do not know what it is, but our hearts swell with hope at the promise of that glowing light. We will place our faith in our shrine. We will be there when the light shines upon our land. And with that, we finished the Chozo lore. And this room is Training Chamber access, yes. There's also a missile expansion in here. And if I didn't have my cheat sheet, I would have not known about it at all. So the question is, where is it? Scan visor. Okay, I think I hear it in there. This must be one of the ones that I never got. Because I definitely hear it. Aha! There is a hidden morph ball tunnel here. So it leads to missile expansion. Pretty easy. Alright, with that, let's head on through here, and we are going to be in Training Chamber. After fighting some Chozo ghosts, I'll cut to the end of this fight. There were only 2 fights, it was a pretty simple one. Alright, so we have what looks like two bomb slots just opened up. So here's what we need to do. boost on what is an obvious track. Hopefully this will be a lot easier than the Life Grove Chamber, I think is what it was. So that slot's gonna open up that. And it is timed, so let's see what we need to do here. Maybe they're independent, so let's see. What does this do? This leads to death. This is actually something I've never really done. I don't think I've ever actually explored this room. So this is uncharted territory for me too. Alright, so far so good. I hear an expansion, I believe. Ow. No, this is the way out. I do want to go this way, but I don't know if I... Alright, well, whatever. I can probably grapple across, so... Grapple across, and here we have a missile expansion. But we are not done in Training Chamber, not even close. So what we want to do is we want to... see if we can't grapple back, and we can, good. Come on, let's head to the tunnel. Hopefully we'll be able to head back through the pistons, which we probably can. Come on. There we go. Fortunately, these pistons don't one-hit kill you like they do in Metroid Prime Hunters. That is an obnoxious part, and there's a required part in Metroid Prime Hunter. Oh, the ghosts are back. Awesome. Well, I have a story to tell you anyway, so... There's a required part in Metroid Prime Hunters where you have to go through pistons. And they one-hit kill you. And the last save station is an absurd amount away, and it's a very obnoxious part. In fact, the entire second half of that game is extremely obnoxious now that I think about it. Will you come out of hiding? That's not coming out of hiding. There we go. Okay, so back to the half pipe. We need to go up to the second bomb slot and head to that spider ball track. Alright, let's go. And spider ball across. And we are going to get an energy tank for our troubles. Alright, and now that we have this part explored, I'm going to meet you at the next part of the Chozo ruins, so see you in a bit. Alright, so we're here in Watering Hall with another expansion. Clear the Shriek Bats out. And absorb some health. Alright, so you can hear it, and I actually did catch it. I actually did catch it a while ago, but I guess I never really explored. But anyway, appears to be behind a wall, so let's just throw everything we've got at it. Super missiles, maybe missiles will have worked, but whatever. But we aren't quite done. There is actually another expansion in Watery Hall here, where the access is leading to, go figure. And this is the room where we got the charge beams, so... I actually don't recall ever getting the missile expansion here, so once again... something that I didn't know existed, and I only know of its existence due to a walkthrough, which I will credit. But when I'm done. Anyway, we are looking for... something that resembles a missile expansion in this room. And I think I will be cutting to when I actually find it. This tunnel sure seems suspicious. Ah, that explains it. So you need the gravity suit for this one. But yep, simple missile expansion hidden underwater. Guess you never really caught it the first time because this room was toxic with the water flagra. But I'm going to be cutting to the next destination, so see you then. Alright, so we're back in Furnace, and I just fought some Chozo ghosts, but if you recall, there is some Bendezium right here, so let's take a power bomb to it, and we have a half-pipe revealed to us. And it might explain the existence of the spider ball tracks and these parasites. So, obviously boost onto the track, take us and spider ball up, obviously being careful of parasites. Again, gotta love Metroid Prime Trilogy introducing the spring jump that you didn't have in the original Metroid Primes. I think what you want to do here is something that I've actually never seen in Metroid Prime. Oh, because you can't. What's it that they want you to do? Oh, I get it. Bomb jump. Well, so much for that. Oh, they want you to morph ball on this stupid thing, having to deal with the parasite and not falling. Awesome. Well, after doing that, and let's see, falling into a spider ball track, they want us to do it again. So you can kind of see a shadow on the bottom track, so I guess you need to align your shadow up with the track. Morph ball up here, and you'll get one of the most difficult missile expansions I've ever had to get in Metroid Prime. Anyway, I'm going to actually be heading towards Hall of the Elders, which we have a very convenient shortcut for, with the Ice Beam. And I'm also going to fight some Chozo ghosts, so I'm just going to cut to the end of that fight anyway. Alright, Chozo ghost dispatched. And if you have a decent enough memory, it should be pretty obvious what we're doing here. But it involves not the X-ray visor, but the plasma beam. Blast the final screen in here, and we're gonna get something far more important than a missile expansion or energy tank or whatever. We're gonna get an ice beam door. Why it's ice beam I don't know and not plasma beam, but whatever. Because all they're really doing is forcing us to switch beams. That's kind of silly. But anyway, Chozo artifacts. Alright, I have one last thing to do in Chozo Ruins, and I'm gonna cut to Magmoor Caverns, so I'm gonna see you in Ruined Gallery, which is somewhere in this region here. So all the way across on the other side of Chozo Ruins, so see you in a bit. Alright, so we're here in Ruined Gallery, and we have two missile expansions that we have to find, and I think I already know where one of them is going to be. That was easy. And now for the second one. I think it's going to be in this corridor, so as soon as I... Yep. Easy enough. Alright, well, those are two missile expansions that you can easily get pretty early, but I derped and missed them. And now I'm going to cut to Magmoor Caverns, so I will be seeing you there. Alright, so I'm back in Magmoor Caverns, and I'm going to show the hint for what we have to do here. Well, it's obviously a Chozo artifact. Well, actually, that should do it right there. With the X-ray visor, you can see that that pillar is kind of hollow. And maybe with the scan, well, the hint's basically saying to blast the pillar. So what we want to do is blast the pillar with a super missile. And it reveals a Chozo artifact. Simple enough. And our next destination is going to be, well, 4 more Chozo artifacts. And our next destination is going to be Triclops Pit, so I think I'll just see if I can run there really fast without needing to cut. Because I gotta say, making a cut's pretty obnoxious, especially with how terrible Windows Movie Maker is. Seriously, I need to invest in Vista Pro or something, or Sony Pro, not Vista Pro. There's nothing pro about Vista, but I need to invest in Sony Vegas, that's the name of it. Sony Vegas, because Windows Movie Maker is just a terrible, terrible video editing program. But anyway, my exposition filler is no longer needed, so let's take care of these flying pirates, because the plasma beam is just so cool. Such a useful beam. But anyway, we have a missile expansion we need in this room, and this is a pretty big room to go missile expansion hunting. But I think, fortunately, the extra visor's not going to be so. Thermal visor's not going to be a nice tool to use here. So I'm probably just going to have to run around until I find it, which is going to be another cut. So, see you in a bit. Alright, so what we need to do is turn on the X-ray visor, and you will notice that there is an invisible platform here. So, what we need to do is continually scale these platforms. And this pillar is hollow. Oh no, I need to blast it open, don't I? Crap. This problem with the extra visor, it doesn't tell you if something is hollow. All it tells if something is actually this jump is annoying. It doesn't tell you if there's a wall in the way. All it tells you is that the space is vacated, as it were. Alright, this platform over there again. Oh, what am I doing? Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's just a super missile. And with that, missile expansion acquired. Alright, one last cut, so I'm going to see you at the final destination in Magmoor Caverns and call this episode quits. Alright, so we're in Transport Tunnel A, and there was definitely something fishy here. I just never really explored it, but now I know what I need to do. I need to make double bomb jump up here, avoiding breaking these blocks. So you have to be really good at double bomb jumps, which fortunately I am. As I say it, and I fail miserably. Well, you saw the prize, you saw what it took. Basically takes 3 perfect bomb jumps. There we go. But with that, we finished up Magmoor Caverns, and conveniently enough, this elevator takes us to our next destination, Phendrana Drifts. But unfortunately, that's going to be in the next episode. So, see you then. See you then.